What if I told you the most broken machine in the world isn't actually broken? What if the reason you can't get a McFlurry isn't bad luck or lazy employees, but something more, and I mean way more complicated? Because the truth is, it's not what people think. And once you hear this, you'll never hear the machine is broken the same way again. I'm QueenOreo, and this is something most people don't know. Let's talk about it. We've all been there. You walk into McDonald's already knowing what you want. A McFlurry. A soft served cone. Maybe it's been a long day. Maybe you've been craving it all week. And this is your moment. You get in line, you wait your turn. You're already thinking about that first bite. And then you hear it. Sorry, the ice cream machine is broken. And instantly, everything changes. You don't even question it anymore. You just accept it. And at this point, it almost feels like a running joke. Like somehow, every location at random times just happens to have a broken machine. And after a while, most people settle on the same explanation. It just doesn't work. But here's where things get interesting. Because most of the time, the machine isn't actually broken. What's really happening is something way more technical and way more frustrating. Every single night, these machines go through an automatic cleaning cycle. This isn't a quick rinse, this is a process that can take hours. During that time, the machine heats up, cools down, runs internal checks, basically, and resets itself for the next day. And everything has to go perfectly. Because even one small thing goes wrong, a timing issue, a temperature inconsistency, a sensor error, anything slightly off, the entire machine shuts down. And it doesn't just reset. It locks itself completely, which means employees can't fix it, managers can't fix it, no one in the store can fix it, because the system is designed that way. Once it hits an error, it goes into a protected mode, and the only people who can unlock it are certified technicians. So now, what started as a tiny issue turned into a full shutdown. And that repair is not instant. It could take hours, days, even, sometimes even longer, depending on availability. So from the outside, it looks simple, but behind the scenes, it's a system that completely shuts people out. And this is where it gets frustrating. You know what's crazy? It's never just about the ice cream. It's that moment when you've been thinking about it all day. you finally get there, and it's just gone. That feeling is exactly why I've been working on something. Something small, but comforting. Because it's not just the machine, it's everything around it. Imagine this: you're working a shift, there's a line forming, people are ordering nonstop. Someone asks for ice cream. You try the machine, and it's locked. You look at the screen, and it shows an error code. But it doesn't explain anything clearly. Just numbers, codes, things that don't make sense in the moment. You weren't trained for this. And you definitely don't have time to figure it out while customers are waiting. So what do you say? The simplest, best thing possible. It's broken. Not because you don't care, but because there's really nothing else you can do. And if you've ever been on the other side of that, standing there, hearing those words, you already know the feeling. That slight disappointment, like, oh, of course it is. But the story doesn't stop there. Because these machines aren't just complicated, they're controlled. They operate under strict systems where repairs are limited and access is restricted, which means stores can't just fix things themselves, even when they want to. They have to wait. They have to follow a specific process, and that leads to delays, higher costs, and less flexibility. So, every time that machine goes down, it's not just an inconvenience, it's a lost sale. Lost time and more pressure on employees. The reason it feels like it's always broken is because the system itself makes failure more visible. Think about it. You don't notice the machine when it's working, but the moment it's down, everyone knows. So it creates this perception that it's constantly broken, when in reality, it's a mix of timing, process, and system limitation. But recently, things have started to change. There has been growing attention around how these machines operate and how limited access to repairs affect businesses. So, new rules and new conversations are opening the door for change, allowing more flexibility, more access, and potentially faster fixes. Excuse me, I have the hiccups, goodness. Which could mean in the future, fewer locked machines, fewer disappointed customers. So the next time you hear the ice cream machine is broken, remember this. It's not just bad luck. It's not just timing. It's a system, a process, a chain of small things that have to go right. And when they don't, everything stops. And what seems like a simple inconveniences is actually a much bigger story happening behind the scenes. If you enjoy breaking down everyday things and seeing the deeper stories behind them, make sure you subscribe to All Things Mind and Life, because there's always more going on than what we see on the surface. Don't forget to check out our new site. We just launched our own personal website that is dedicated to the Team Oreos, cozy comfort. So that will be linked down below. I love and appreciate every single one of y'all for sticking with me, hanging out with me, and being patient as I slowly get back into the world of internet. Thank you guys, and until next time, stay curious, my friends.